Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Down to Earth Astronomy. Today hopefully a quick video. I made a trading video yesterday, and since then I've been getting into rare trading, and I've found a very profitable way to do it. Most people use these long circular routes, but okay, maybe I should start somewhere else. For you guys who are new to the game, just like me, rare trading are trading rare commodities, and there are several commodities throughout the universe that are only available on uh, one system, and one station actually. Right now, I'm in Daiso, and in Daiso you can get these Daiso Marcorn, and you can see here they have a value in this system of just over 300 credits. And these rare commodities, they increase in price the further away from the actual system you go, from the original system. Until you reach, I think it's around 150, 160 light years, then the increase begins to drop off. So ideally you want to move them around 150, 160 light years away and then sell them. And what most people do is they find all these commodities and they make a route, and they make a big circle and just go through all these stations and pick them up, because there are only a certain amount available for each player. So each of these commodities has a maximum threshold, and you can never have more than that maximum threshold. So if you brought it, you have to go out, sell it, come back, and it will respawn after I think 5 or 10 minutes. Sometimes it's not the full amount that spawns at the time, so you can sit around to wait for it to resupply, and then you can buy, get more. But that's not the whole point here. What people do is they fly around, make these big circles, and pick up this material, and they can easily make, I've seen people doing around 1.2, 1.3 million an hour doing this, which is decent, very decent. But I thought, why spend? Because many of the stations you only get 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 commodities. And I mean, what really takes time when doing these kind of trading is the flying to a station in Super Cruise, docking with the station, buying the commodity, undocking, moving, all that thing takes a long time. So I did what I do best as a physicist. I sat down, we got a complex system, simplified it, and found the best possible solution. And what I came up with, at the moment, I'm not sure if this is an ongoing thing or it's just a global reward. So I'm not sure this is gonna stay like this. But at the moment, in Daiso, you will get 50 of these commodities every time. I mean, every time I've been here, there's been 50 of these commodities. 50 is a lot. I mean, the best other thing I've seen is around 28. So this is almost twice as much as you would get anywhere else. So, and again, as I said, what you really use time on is the docking. I mean, moving from system to system doesn't take that long. I mean, I've timed it, and you can do a jump in between 40 and 45 seconds. By docking with the station, or dropping out of Super Cruise, moving to the station, dropping out of Super Cruise, docking with the station. It takes somewhere between 3 or 5 minutes, depending on your ship, how far the station is from the sun, and your maneuvering skills and all that stuff. So I thought I want to spend as little time docking with stations, because when you're docking with stations, you're not making money. When you're moving from system to system, your cargo hold is, each jump increases the value of your cargo hold. So you want to spend time moving from system to system, and you want to spend as little time docking and undocking. So what I did was I simply found 2 systems that have a consistent high yield of these commodities, and just ship them back and forth. Now, the one system, as you can imagine, I'm using Dyson, as we're in right now. You can see the system name here, Dyson, where we will get 50 of these commodities each time. Next thing is, as you can see, the other system that I'm using If we go ahead and flash up the galaxy map. The other system I'm using is called Rayakur. See the name right here. And if we look it up, you can see it's a decent distance away. We're 204 light years away, so it's a bit further than we actually should go. We should only go between 150, 160. But again, this station I found it to give a consistent high yield. I've been here several times now, and I've averaged around 21, 22 commodities each time I'm there, each spawn. The lowest I got is 14, the best I got is 28. So it gives a decent high amount each time. But you can see here, when we plot a route, right now my ship is fine capable of getting there within a fuel tank, but if we of course need to carry the 50 commodities, so let's simulate a full cargo hold with 50 tons. Oh, we can still get there. Nice. Sometimes it plots a route where I missed the last jump. So therefore I fitted the ship with at least a fuel scoop. And the important thing when you're choosing your ship, I've gone for what's the name of the ship? ASP, because of its long jump range. You can see here that my jump range without anything the cargo holds is 21.5 light years. That's a decent distance. I've done a lot. I've removed all the weapons, so I don't have any weapons. I've brought a better frameshift drive. I downgraded most of these equipment to lighter versions, just to spare mass, to get as light a ship as possible. Again, the fuel scoop, there we go. Decent fuel scoop, so you can refuel for the long journeys, because when you're going over 200 light years, you might have to refuel along the way. And again, we don't want to waste time docking with stations, so we just want to dip into the atmosphere of a star, pick up the last amount of fuel that we need, and then get moving. It only takes 10-15 seconds to get a decent amount of fuel. Of course, largest fuel tank as possible, and some cargo space for actually hauling the stuff that we need. So again, keep it light, go for long range. And then, yeah, the route is pretty simple. We simply just bounce back and forth. You can see with this ship right now, as it is right now, it is 14 jumps. And if I go into the commodity market and fill up my cargo hold, there we go, commodity market. Where is it? There it is. Just gonna buy 50. Buy everything, and you can see now it's gone. I cannot buy any more from the market. Let's go ahead and see how long the route is with a full cargo hold. It might be slightly longer. Oh yeah, now you see I'm out of fuel here. Okay, it's still good. See, I'm running out of fuel here for the last jump. That's the dotted line, means I do not have any more fuel. That's why I need the fuel scoop, so I can just scoop the last amount of fuel that I need to actually get here. Get the fuel for this last jump. But yeah, once you got a full cargo hold, we simply just bounce back and forth, and each of these items that I now brought for around 300 credits will sell for almost 16,000. So we are making a profit of almost 16,000 per unit. And a return trip, so going to that station and back again. And I've timed this, again I've done this several times. It takes around half an hour. And once you get back, you simply just sell the equipment from the other, or the rare component from the other station, and restock with the component from this station, and you just bounce back and forth. So with an average of 22 from the other system and 50 from this system, this means that each half hour I can sell that is 72 rare components. And if I get a profit between 15 and 16,000 credit, that's 1.1 million per half hour. So I can make 2 of these return runs per hour. And I'll get around 2.2 million each hour. And I think for early game, this is pretty good. The ASP, the ship I'm using, can maybe be a bit expensive for a new player. I think it's around 6 million, 6.6 million. I think you can do this at a Cobra as well, Cobra Mark III. Not sure how long range, you might have to scoop a bit more fuel along the way. I wanted this ship anyway, both for potential mining ship in the future, and I want to go into exploration later on. So I wanted the ship anyway, that's why I just brought it, and now I'm using it right now as a rare trader. But I think you can do this in a Cobra, it's much cheaper. So again, this is the route, and I'm gonna show it to you how we're gonna do it. So now we got a full cargo hold, or not a full cargo hold, but we got all the commodities that we need. We're just gonna go ahead and launch, and you guys can rejoin me once we get to the other station. Okay, here we are. We made it to the other station about 15 minutes later here. And as you can see now, the sell price of these items have rather increased. We're actually making almost 16,000 per unit. So when we go ahead and sell all 50 of them, we made almost 800,000 credit just on that 15-minute run. This was rather unlucky. Only 12 units this time. This is the lowest I've seen so far. Again, I've seen up to 28. In a case like this, what I would probably do is I would stay here for 5 minutes and wait for it to resupply. Again, what we're looking at is the amount of items sold per minute. And when we're selling around 27 in 30 minutes, that means we're selling almost 2.5 each minute. So waiting for 5 minutes means if we get more than 15 in the respawn, then it's actually a good business for us to stay here, because of course waiting 5 minutes, 2.5 units per minute, gives us these, no, hold on, 12.5. Sorry guys, my math is wrong. But anyway, when you only get a low roll like this, you could probably just stay here and wait, because again, we're waiting 5 minutes, we want to get 2.5 each minute. So we are with this station again. 12 is the lowest I've seen, so we are pretty much guaranteed that the next roll should be higher than that. So we'll go ahead and we'll wait the 5 minutes. Once we've done that, we're just gonna go ahead and fly back. We can of course prepare for the journey home by going into the computer here, setting the destination back to Daiso. Again, I'm gonna sit here for 5 minutes and wait for the resupply, and then you guys can join me once I'm back in Daiso. Okay, here we are. We are back where we started. 40 minutes later, it took a little longer than usual, both because of the recording of this video and because we stayed 5 minutes in the other system for the commodity to resupply, which unfortunately turned out not to be a good investment. You see, we only got 4 units. So that was pretty much a waste of time. But anyway, we can sell what we got. We have 16 units. And we get 250,000 credits. On top of the 800 credits this time, just over almost 800 credits from the last one. This gives us a profit of just over 1 million. Again, you can do this a lot faster than 40 minutes. I normally do them in half an hour when I'm not recording, and if I don't stay back. And normally, again, I got a very low roll this time. If you get 20 plus, which is pretty much the usual, you do get that 1.1 million, and that gives you a total profit of 2.2 million per hour. I think this is a very profitable way, at least mid-game when you have the ships. Again, the important thing is to have a ship that can that are suitable for long distance travel. You really gain a lot by upgrading your frameshift drives, so getting a longer job range, upgrade your equipment for lighter stuff, to lighten your ship, to increase your jump range, so you're going fewer jumps. You can save a lot of time that way. Again, thanks a lot for watching. I encourage you to go and look at some of my other videos. Subscribe to the channel if you want more in the future. If you want to get in contact with me, leave a comment down below. Remember to like and subscribe. And until next time, have a good one.